What's up everyone? Father here with another hopefully exciting backyard baseball video. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I haven't played backyard baseball in a while. Took a break from our primary backyard baseball league through the Reddit/Discord. But one of my good friends from that league, Emery, created a custom season for me to try out. I gave him a few different parameters to use, so my favorite team, the Orioles, obviously, and a few players to have, so I know a few of the players that are going to be on my team. I know at least a little bit about how he tried to set it up with some easier teams and some very difficult teams for me to try to defeat, and mostly just going to be having fun with it. No real cheesing. Yeah, not going to plan on doing any cheesing. Just for a fun thing to do and to try to score as much as I can and try to see what I have going on here. So other than the stuff I knew about, I didn't look up anything in the file. So I knew I was going to have asked for Cal, asked for Amir and Ahmed, Petra, and Horace Young, who's back in the left here. I've also got Davey Marion, who is one of my past players, as is Raul Mondesi. And then I don't know who Brad Bender and Andy Bronson are, so we'll be figuring that out together. This all looks like my normal setup for settings, and that's about all I'm going to actually set up here. So let's see who we have for these couple customs we have. So Brad Bender must not actually be a custom. Is that like Ben Olds from 2003? Not 100% sure, honestly. So I'm not sure who that is. Ooh, Andy Bronson is, at least looks very good from the baseball ratings, though as many of us have learned, that can be quite deceiving. But with a 10 in pitching, no real other pitching on this team, not I can think of. Yeah, not a whole lot. But we do all have a +10 stamina boost from the Cal Ripken boost, so that part's cool. Defensively, this all looks about right. I like to hide Petra in center field at tin can. Amir's like iffy in right field, but it's fine. I'll keep the strong-armed Mondesi behind the plate. Batting order-wise, we'll probably mess around with this. I don't know where I'm going to put Brad Bender here. Might find out a little bit more about these players as we go along, but didn't want to look everything up immediately and already know exactly how good some of these other players are. I'm obviously familiar with many of them, so I would think I will lead off with Raul with this team. Seems solid. Could be Davey as well. I would be happy to hear an argument for that. So Raul, Ahmed. Shove most of our like kind of power hitters towards the top here. Maybe Horace, Petra with some pop behind her, so something like Petra, Amir, Davey. I think close things out with Bad Brad, or at least appears Bad Brad. Cal Ripken 7th, and whatever Andy ends up being 8th. We know he's fast at the very least, so really could be earlier. Yeah, I kind of want that more with him. Let's put him up towards the top here. Let's send Horace down towards the bottom. Yeah, we want to get some bats in with Andy Bronson here. This is a joke on Randy Johnson, isn't it? Okay, that's fair. Okay, got it. So Andy Bronson, aka Randy Johnson, but with a lot higher batting and running, it appears. And I'm not actually going to look too much into the opponent's team. We'll kind of figure them out as we go along. I meant to not even click over there, but that's okay. So we're at Tin Can Alley. We're using the current version of the like behind-the-scenes back-end files, which is why we have this cool Cubs logo here. And we chose Tin Can Alley for our home field, as it is generally my favorite field to play on. I think this team is pretty good for it as well. Leading off for the Blue Jays is Karen Green, which I think is a holdover from the currently ongoing 2001 season, where players' last names were changed to fit with a green theme team. And he's got pretty good all of his pitches, more slow ball than anything else. But locates the first two for strikes on the low inside corner anyways. We're going to mix up some pitches here. I'm not trying to optimize quite so much that I'm just going to spam slow balls low and inside, though most of the time that will do it for them. Now we have Petra's counterpart. This might be like a clone kind of team, now that I see it. So we now have Petra's counterpart in center. We have Andy Bronson on the mound. Gary Allen is Emery's clone, so this is the Attack of the Clones team. I love it. This was maybe supposed to be the Yankees. I know that was my other bit of information for Emery, that the Yankees are my least favorite team. But still pretty funny, yeah, so. This team has all of my players' counterparts. It looks like it's going to be a single from Gary, from me just lobbing stuff in. Yeah. Francis Bluer, the Davy Marion clone, is at third base. You gotta be kind of careful pitching to her. And she just lays down a bunt. Looks like an easy enough play at first from, yeah, Andy is taller than he appears. But he has a giant strike zone here. Yeah, there we go. To see if he actually has a good bat. That's the part that I'm not entirely sure about yet. 9 batting can mean a lot of different things, but it does at least seem to be a bit faster than Randy, and he does in fact have a pretty good bat there. I think he can make it to second base. Yeah. So leadoff double from Andy Bronson. Giving us a runner on base for Ahmed Khan. See if he can, at least at some point this season, we'll probably exploit the Tin Can Alley, not actually walls, where you can kind of homer through the screen almost. I'd be surprised if we don't get at least a few of those with this team at this field, but not on that one. We're not going to send Andy there. It felt kind of cheaty. But Ahmed does reach first on his own, so we're okay with that. A little bit of errors by those Blue Jays over towards second base. It's going to bring up Raul. I haven't really figured out how to pronounce his name. Solid but unspectacular contact, but does get off the wall out in left field. So another single to move things along and bring up one of my favorite players, Petra Chekhov. On the right field, Petra can just really shine with her power. That's, I think, just barely going to work out. Yeah, great job, Petra. I think I'm just gonna not, yeah, okay. I ended up calling it a ground rule double anyways. I wasn't gonna try to sprint with anybody or anything. But a 2 RBI double by Petra helps clear the bases off a bit, and does strand a slow runner at second, but Amir is gonna drive him home with a hard chopper towards first base. There's just going to be a single for Amir, and Petra does manage to get to third. Rawl comes in to score. So still no outs in the inning, and now 0-3 in our favor. Whiffed on a pitch and guessed that the Rawl clone would not make the throw to second there. She did not. Assuming that's the Rawl clone. So an easy steal for Amir, our first steal of the season. And Davey falls behind 0-2. Whiffed on the first pitch that I probably should have been able to hit. And fouled the second pitch back. So 0-2 here. Davey hits that one hard and up onto the trailer in center field. He's going to bounce around enough that he might be able to sneak in a inside the park home run. No, they're going to send him back to second with a ground rule double as the Orioles take a 5-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Thought Randy was supposed to be a tough starting pitcher. Kyle, not much of a power hitter. But it worked out in that particular case. Hit it hard enough at their second basewoman, and it bounced off, advancing Davey to third, and then securing Cal a backyard baseball single at least, more like a real life error. Once again, send our runner towards second base here, and we're going to take that pitch. It was a strike though. Didn't think he could make it, but catcher flubbed the throw. So an easy second stolen base of this game for us. Horace is down 0-1, but gets a pretty good pitch to hit there. Drives it out towards the trailer in center. And it gets down for, looks like it's going to be a 2 RBI double. And it is. 7-0 for our Orioles here. Still no outs in the inning, but that could pretty quickly change here with Brad Bender at the plate. Again, unless he has some kind of surprise in store for me, but I suspect he is just what his ratings appear, a 2-batting, 4-running player. But maybe we can work a walk or something. Might be a little easier now with Randy out of the game. So Francis Bluer is now on the mound. Puts Randy at third base for these Blue Jays. Some line drives down the third baseline are going to get caught or at least stopped. Brad puts the ball in play, but not particularly well. And he is going to get thrown out by many steps there. That's okay. Only out of the inning so far, and back around to Mr. Andy Bronson at the top of the lineup here. I'm going to take that first pitch from Francis for a ball. With Randy out of the game now, this Blue Jays team, much like my team, does not have a whole lot of pitching, so this could get pretty ugly pretty quickly. That was not like a great pitch to hit. I think it was out of the strike zone, but reached for it with a close stance, powered it into the ground. Typical Baltimore chop. And that's going to allow Andy to reach safely and advance Horace, I believe, to third base. Pretty easy stolen base opportunity for Andy there. Put us up, or give us runners on second and third for Ahmed here. First pitch was a ball. Second pitch gets crushed to left field. We did it already! Tin Can Alley, true home run through the left field wall. Ahmed got all of that pitch from Francis Bluer. And that ball is still bouncing out in the left field wall somewhere, going all the way through the building, gonna come out the other side. I wanna see what our distance was for this. Come on. 867 foot natural home run from Ahmed Khan at Tin Can Alley. Oh my gosh. Nothing. It doesn't get any better than that, folks. Love to see it. Maybe a grand slam if I could have got a Bender on, but oh, that was fun. Oh, this game is fun. This has been a fun start, definitely. So if I keep scoring 10 plus runs an inning, it's going to take a while. This is 0-1, so there is no actual speed up from that part. I think people have been like finding out other ways to speed up this process that I don't know about. It takes a while to wait on the pitcher throwing the ball and stuff. I don't know why my music keeps cutting out there either. Thought we might get our second out, but Rawl chokes up, puts on a nice line drive swing, and ekes out a single there. So still just the one out in the inning. Petra Chekhov back up at the plate as our cleanup hitter. Ooh, does not get all of that one. Looks like it's going to stay fair. And ultimately get caught by Randy over at third. So second out of the inning there from Petra. But still Amir Khan at the plate in this crazy strong lineup. He just hits a ground ball with his power swing. So we do stop at 10 runs there. Alan Martinez is their second baseman. So not exactly the same player there, I don't think at least. Easy out on that little dribbler back to the pitcher. Does bring up Jane Davis, who is the Ahmed Khan counterpart in particular. It's the ball hard, and it is going to get down. Come on, Amir. In center field, but Amir comes over from right and makes the play. So we do get out of there with minimal damage done. Oh, so far. 2 outs in the inning. The Cal Ripken counterpart, Barbara Jones, at the plate. Barbara quickly falls behind. 0-2, and it's kind of wrong that we haven't thrown any fastballs with Andy Bronson yet, so we're going to try it and immediately get punished. Well, that was just a stupid thing, but we do end up giving up a double off of that one. Let's bring up Jessica Wassersauce. Andy, of course, immediately made me regret throwing a heat, and we're going to do another one. Wassersauce lays down a bunt. Doesn't look like she has the speed for it, at this point in the game at least. So, a couple hits for the Blue Jays, but still no actual damage done. And we will lead things off in the home half of the second inning here with Davey Marion. Pitch from Francis does catch low and inside part of the strike zone there. So 0-1 on Davey. Different type of pitch, but very similar spots there. And we'll choke up with a line drive swing with an 0-2 count. Davey made solid contact there. And not immediately fielded as it bounces back off the wall into play. Yeah, I probably could have made it to third, but we'll be happy with a leadoff double here in the second. Bringing up Cal Ripken Jr. Fouls off the first pitch. That's a pretty good swing on the second pitch. Does stay in the field of play, but the shortstop, his counterpart, tries to go out and make a play on it, and cannot successfully. Runs into Raphael out in center. So a little bit of a lucky Tin Can Alley AI type of thing there, but we'll take our RBI double for Cal and bring up Horace Young. So Cal's my favorite real-life player of all time, so he was my request. Horace just kind of embodies what I like about backup baseball. I don't always get him on my team, but just have a lot of place a lot of value on these decently fast, decently power-hitting players. So Horace, Karen, and Dimitri. The slightly better versions are like the good throw. That was an error, but it's okay. The better versions are like Sonia and Stan, maybe Francesca, but she has some like weird qualities too. Looks like we're gonna get doubled up here. Yeah. Dang it, Brad. That's all right. Andy Bronson back up at the top of our lineup. Puts pretty good wood on that ball. Probably going to end up getting called back for a ground rule double, but we'll keep sending him until such that time. Yep. RBI double for Andy, extending our lead 12-0. Trying to think if I missed any of the what I refer to as 8-7s. So like on the pro side, Nomar is a good example. So that category of players, and Horace is just kind of a representative of that. Petras and Raphael have been my favorites for a while with their just massive power. And same with Ahmed and Emery, going all the way back to when I first started playing these games. I really wanted those two as well. Rawls, obviously a very good all-around player, exceptional catcher when you're able to put him there on your own. And has a good bat, good speed, all that good stuff. Wow, nice play from, I believe it was Barbara going out there. Cutting the ball off in center field because Raphael was not interested in making a play. And holding Raul to a single. Randy came in to pitch for that one at bat, but now whiffed at that one. It's Gary Allen on the mound, and I get Raul thrown out trying to steal. All right, so just 3 runs there in the second. Got a little cocky there. That's all right. Andy facing his counterpart, Randy. If I was interested in the game taking like an hour and a half, I would switch each player in when their clone comes up to bat, if that makes any sense. So Cal Ripken in when the Cal Ripken clone is at bat, etc. But not actually going to do that. Andy does retire Randy for our first out of the top of the third here. Made that a little bit more interesting than it should have been, but Cal fielded it super cleanly at shortstop. Made a good throw to first. Ahmed got scared of the ball, but we managed to get him to come back into play in time. And that one from Gary is actually not trouble, just a long single for him. was Raphael, not Gary. Raphael, discuss. I should just go with Rafa, I guess, personally. It is Gary Allen at the plate. Currently, he's down 0-2 and goes down looking on a fastball from Andy there. So once again, we put somebody on base, but no actual damage done. And we've got Petra coming up to lead off here after we got Mondesi caught in a rundown last inning. Petra just hits a grounder that is fielded by Gary. And Petra's retired for her second time today. Looked like a pretty good pitch to hit, but she just didn't get all of that one. Ooh, that hook from Gary does stay too far inside. Good eye from Emery taking that first pitch for a ball. This one is going to catch the inside bottom part of the strike zone. Pretty much the worst place to try to hit the ball. And we try to Baltimore chop that, but it goes right to second. And Amir is going to get retired for his second time today. Not looking good here in the bottom of the third. I mean, we're up by 13, so whatever, but we want more. Definitely swinging power here with Davey. That one is going to catch the low and inside part of the strike zone after the first hook went way outside. So we're at 1-1 here. That was a strike and looked like a good pitch to hit, but didn't quite time it up right. Gary throws a little bit more awkwardly slow, at least it appears to me. So even his fastballs are not particularly fast. Davey with some good contact there, right at Barbara, but she cannot make the play. So he'll pick up his third hit of the game. In real life, would have been more like an error, though also the shortstop wouldn't have been positioned by the center field fence, so take that as you will. Cal with a little bit of a clunky hit, but it is going to work out for a single, thanks to the inability of back air baseball catchers to catch simple pop flies. Brings up Horace Young, and then I'm not sure where I have up after Horace, but nice pitch from Gary there. Thought that was going to miss low and outside, but it catches the corner. That pitch does miss quite a ways outside for ball one. Nice swing from Horace that does not get up on the trailer, but we do have everybody reach safely. I thought it was Brad Bender. Well, we'll see if we can make some magic happen here. If it's a good pitch to hit, which that is not, but was a strike, we are going to be trying to send our runners, try to make something weird happen if we can. Obviously drawing a walk would be ideal. I'm also not very good at this whole toggling steals on and off thing, but no time like the present to practice, I suppose. If I do get caught in a steal when I shouldn't be, then shoot, we're probably gonna get somebody thrown out. I do get them all back. Not a very good hit and run. That pitch was above the strike zone. Yeah, would have walked if I had taken that other pitch. We walk anyways. Good job, Brad. Way to reach base and get an RBI. Make sure we don't get shut out in any of our innings, so far at least. Brings up good old Andy Bronson. 2 outs, but bases loaded. It's a pretty nice looking pitch to hit, and looks like it's gonna dink off the wall, and it does. Ultimately just a long 2 RBI single, although with how those throws ended up working out, I maybe could have got farther. Even with Brad at second base right now. But that's alright. We do score 2, and we have Ahmed Khan coming up. If he can triple, he'll have himself a cycle, as that was a nice pitch to hit, and I just timed it up awkwardly. So whiff for strike 1. Take the second pitch inside for ball 1. Ahmed having a very good game for himself so far. Tin Can Alley was kind of made for him, for sure. I think even probably his clones are a little bit better here, if you really want to nitpick a little bit, thanks to their better speed. Usually you want a little bit more speed at Tin Can. But can't argue with the original there. So he goes up to 4 for 4, lining it off the wall in left. Took just long enough for Barbara at shortstop to go out and field it, and that we were able to get Brad over to third, so that's where he is right now. Our other 2 runners on base are at least a little more capable of beating out throws and stuff, but we'll try to be a little patient here with Rawl, though third pitch finally does catch the strike zone, so we're at 2-1. That one also is going to catch the strike zone. Pretty much terrible pitch to hit, but good pitch to throw from Gary there. It's going to miss with pitch number 5, so we worked a full count. And looks like it's going to be a RBI walk for Rawl. That gets Brad off the bases, so now we've got all at least reasonable base runners. And Petra at the plate. Good opportunity to bust this one even further wide open than it already is. Big swing from Petra. It is just going to bounce off the wall, but should get everybody safely somewhere. Yeah. Long single, but we'll take it. Barbara is a pretty annoying defender here. She is just running all over the field to make these plays. Pretty juicy pitch there to Emery down the middle of the plate, but he fouls it back. Yeah, that one was actually a ball. Kind of a little greedy. That's okay. We're going to stay power. It is 0-2 now, though, for Emery. And 2 outs in the inning, but bases loaded. So still a solid chance to continue making something happen here. I think is high. Not by a lot, but does bring us up to 2-2. Just a grounder from Emery, and with Petra on base, that is going to end our rally there, but had no runs that inning when we got to 2 outs and managed to put up 5 total, so still feeling pretty good about that. Should probably be scoring a little more with this team at Tin Can Alley against a pretty not good defense, but that's okay. Still getting back into the swing of things, you could say. As Francis Bluer just grounds it back to Andy for out number 1, bringing up Ellen Martinez. We'll pop up that Rawl is actually able to catch. Didn't get high enough to trigger whatever it is that makes the catchers basically unable to catch stuff. Ooh, quick second out. And glad we had the bases empty for Jane there, as hers is going to bounce around on top of the trailers and stuff. Looks like she has no interest in actually running any further. I don't think would have made it all the way around, but could have. Gets herself a ground rule double. Crushed that one to center, though. No doubt about that. And Barbara uses the... come on. Brad, come on. Barbara uses a screaming line drive. Andy actually managed to stop it, but I couldn't quite get the defense to agree with me there. So the shutout is ruined right there. That's alright. I'm not very good at stopping the AI from scoring in general. And this defense is not particularly good, I would say. There's some players that are like fine at least. Cal and Rawl are kind of holding things down. Davy's good at third. It's tough to put him most other places because he's incapable of recognizing like pop flies in the outfield, that kind of thing. But did he get enough of that one? No. Is he gonna get caught? Yes. Solid swing from Davy, but ultimately more of a line drive than a power, and Karen makes the catch out in left field for out number 1. Pretty quick there. That's a strike, but pretty low in the strike zone. Gonna try to wait for something a little bit better with Cal here. That pitch was probably outside, but not a bad spot to hit it. Looks like Barbara had already locked on to throwing to the pitcher, so technically not supposed to advance any further after that. They're finally going to pull Gary after 40 pitches, 2 walks, and just kind of a terrible outing in general. Randy coming back onto the mound, at least temporarily, and throws a pitch low to Horace for ball 1. He immediately gets subbed out for Rafa Hendricks. So now Randy Johnson is out in center field. Not a bad spot for him here at Tin Can Alley. Horace hits it right to his counterpart Karen, and she makes the catch. Honestly, with how that one worked out, might have been time to get Cal to second still, but that's alright. Some solid line drive swings, just not quite reaching the walls or trailer or anything. And Karen making some good defensive plays out and left. Not quite as known for their gloves as, again, like Nomar or Stan or Sonia, but good little all-around players, I would say. Proud with a interesting pop-up towards third. It is going to get caught by, I don't actually know who's at third now. It might be Francis back there, actually. They're kind of switching back through Randy each time they make a more complete pitching change. So I think they're kind of shifting him around on defense, and everyone else is going back to where they were originally, which is kind of interesting. Not too afraid of Randy's bat here, so I'll lob him some slow balls, give him a chance. He does foul one back, but it's still 0-2 in the count. Decent swing on that one, but Ahmed can make the play for himself over at first base for out number 1, bringing up our one of the banes of our existence on the defense side of things. Karen, it's supposed to be Donato, but is green because of our foul. She quickly falls behind 0-2 on a slow ball left hook, high and inside right hook, and succeed for Andy's 3rd strikeout of the game. Not really like pitching to contact, actually mostly mixing up pitches and stuff, but as we've been doing pretty well with on our side, this is a very offensive team, so it's not terribly surprising that the AI side is also able to do some amount of damage with their offense. Like that Tin Can Alley ground rule double from Rafa there. Does put a runner on second with still 2 outs in the inning. They could still have some uses on their screaming line drive, so that is something to be aware of at least. But not that much to be aware of. And Gary Allen ultimately goes down on strikes, and he's 4th strikeout of the game. So no further damage done in that inning. And we're back at the top of our lineup. In the bottom of the 5th, so Andy Bronson leading things off. That ball definitely looked like it was going forward to me, but they called it a foul tip. I guess it bounced back. Andy hits that one hard on the ground. It is right at Barbara, but she is not going to be able to make a play there. So, not exciting, but a single for Andy, making him 5 for 5, and Ahmed follows him with also a chance at going up to 5 and 5. Still don't feel super comfortable trying to steal Jessica here. First pitch to Ahmed was a ball, second pitch is a strike, low and inside. No thank you. We will try to wait for something a little bit better to hit. Not that pitch that looks like it caught Ahmed's lead foot there. Goes to 2-1. Just a ground ball from Ahmed. But Andy is just fast enough to make it safely to second. Randy Johnson would not have been fast enough to make it safely to second. Kind of ugly, but a single for Ahmed nevertheless. Brings up Mondesi, who only has 3 hits, but does also have a walk, so still a 1,000, or a full 100%, sorry, on base percentage. Well, rockets that one into left field, and it does stay fair. A long single once again, but brings Andy all the way around to score. Clears off our bases at least a little bit there. Pretty nice place to hit the ball from Raul there. Not really a power hit, but it works. So still no outs in the inning, and score our first run of the inning. That one could be trouble. Just kind of hard ground ball from Petra, but the throw goes into third, even though Ahmed had already made it. Petra kind of sneaks out a long single with how the defense is playing that one. Barbara had once again backed all the way up to the center field wall. So still no outs, bases loaded. Amir Khan at the plate, only 1 for 4 so far. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Hits the second pitch hard to left field. Looks like it's going to be a 2 RBI, probably just single. Could have tried to keep sending Petra around, could have worked out, but pretty happy to just pick up the 2 RBIs there. Extend our lead even further, 21-1 now. Brings up Davey Marion, who is 3 for 4 with a couple doubles so far. Need a pretty solid hit from him to move Petra up. Safely, at least. Wasn't going to be on that low and away pitch from Raphael. That did catch the corner of the strike zone. This one is not fielded cleanly. I am going to get Petra thrown out. Oh, I'm not. The ball bounces out of play. Alright, we'll take it. Looked like they were going to be able to get her out at home with how that one worked out, but the bouncy throw is pretty dangerous here at Tin Can Alley, and it just bounces way over Jessica. And we score 2 and clear our slower runners off the bases for Cal Ripken Jr. here, who's also batting perfect so far, but falls behind 0-2. A couple nasty pitches from Rafa. Randy rotates back in for probably his one single pitch, but we'll see. Not a bad pitch there. And does retire Cal for his first time this game. Kind of a weak line drive there from Cal. Randy does in fact only make one pitch there. Jessica, what's her name, now on the mound. Does mean Randy is behind the plate, so probably not going to have any more bounce out of play on long throws from the outfield. A little smart relay there from Karen. Tossed it over to Barbara to try to make the throw home. Barbara did make a good throw home, but not in time to get Davey, so we do score, and we have time, just barely, to send Horace over to second, so technically a double. That's good to, again, try to mostly clear the bases for Brad Bender here. Bender takes first pitch below the strike zone for ball 1, fouls off the second pitch for strike 1. Makes contact on the third pitch. Looks like Jessica running over Jane on her way to first base, but Brad is retired once again. But that does bring us all the way back around to the top of our order, and Andy Bronson getting another swing at it. Pretty good swing. And we're actually going to get Horace thrown out at third. I thought it was going to sneak through the infield, but a nice play from Ellen Martinez at second base. And couldn't justify turning Horace around to go back to second. I think Ellen would have got Andy at first anyways. So we'll take our out with dignity there, and be pretty happy with a 24-run output here in our first game with these Orioles. That's pretty good after really haven't played backyard baseball since our last actual season ended. So, good relay there from left to short to second to get Francis. I honestly don't even remember who was batting. Get somebody out as Ellen pops it up. Andy cannot make the play, but Rawl can. For out number 2. There's 1 out remaining in this ball game, theoretically. Unless I give up 23 runs to the Blue Jays here, which, since Tin Can Alley, you don't really know, but that'll do it though on a little grounder to Brad. Makes a throw to Ahmed, and we pick up our first win of the season in pretty convincing fashion, 24-1. Cool, it's fun to play against our clones there. I hope we have another matchup with the Blue Jays maybe later in the season, but I'm not gonna go spoil that surprise for any of us either. Oh, okay, so the game did give Andy credit for an out, or a hit on that last play. They gave him credit for a single, and then Horace getting thrown out at third. I thought they normally did not count that as a hit, but what do I know? Anyways, got a few players still batting 1,000, all at the top of our batting order here, so I guess I had them about the right order. Emery struggled a bit more than the others, but that's all pretty relative. He's still got 2 hits, 3 RBIs. Nice mix of RBIs throughout the team as well. Even Brad contributed by drawing a walk and scoring and getting an RBI from that. All pitching done by Mr. Andy Bronson. Did pretty well. Gave up some hits, but it is Tin Can Alley where hits are just going to happen occasionally. Alright, that's it for me today. We'll plan on putting up some more of this season, probably about once a week, and we'll see how the season plays out. Thanks again to Emery for setting this all up, and we'll try to continue our winning ways next time around. Thanks, everyone.